Today we're building this machine. This is a vent pump. It's designed to get all the gas from a vent and saved into this cubby here on the side. The central geyser generates one tile of natural gas on top of this tile here. Because this tile has a bit of nuclear waste on top of it, then the vent tries to move this tile that it newly generated on top here. But because it can't, because this place has more than 5 kilograms, it has to teleport into this side. By using this drop pump that keeps dripping small amounts of liquid on top of this bead, then when the tiles collide, they try to slide to the side, and when this happens, they move the gas into this chamber. This is a very powerful setup, and it works with more intense vents like a steam vent. If you geotune it, it's very hard for you to collect all the steam because it can overpressure really fast, but if you do like this, then you get 10 kilograms of steam per second inside this cubby here. I really like this design, and it works perfectly well. If you see down here, I have another one, but for hydrogen, and does the same thing. It's just haven't started yet. And lastly, you can build this without needing to make natural tiles. You can just, if you want, you can just put oil, crude oil. But I don't have access to crude oil on this asteroid, so I use a natural tile. So yeah, today we're building a vent pump. Let's go. But before I can do that, I need to build some food because I'm running out of food. I just need to make a farm to hold my food a bit. While this is being made, I need to create some suit docks so I can get down here with safety. There, I have like a quick food solution. Now, about pumping the oxygen into the suits. Alright, now I'm just going to hook this in a way that the pumps are not going to be pumping things forever. I will check first, I'll check the element in this pipe. Okay, what does it mean? This thing is going to be sucking air, and there will be a moment when they're going to backlog and start shooting the air through this side. If this sensor detects that oxygen came out through here, then we'll lock off these two pumps until this thing here stops breathing oxygen, because, you know, like the gas is emptying. When they empty, then they reset the memory, which prompts this guy to restart pumping air, and it just reset. Oh, I added naphtha into this loop. It's slowly cooling it. It's going to take a long while for the naphtha to really like freeze the entire S block. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is to bury these two tiles down here with some sort of solid or liquid. I would usually go for crude, but because I don't have crude, then I'm just going to build two natural tiles to block these two first tiles. And I'll do that by, I'll build a glass machine, and I'll use glass to do that. Glass forge, move a pipe, then I'll put a valve. There. The beads of glass are going to pass through here and turn into 1 kilogram per bubble. I'm gonna stop here and then cut these bubbles and ask a pipe person to go and free these liquids from the pipe. Now, when these liquids are free, they're going to turn into tiles, right? Now, I need to block, and to do that, I will use nuclear waste. But I just need 2 beads of nuclear waste. So, let me release one. This is just a memory that will turn on and off the machines depending on the pressure. It's the same thing as if I have done this memory here. It's very similar, but it's not exactly the same thing. But the reason why I'm using this one is simply because the wires fit a bit better if I just connect them like this instead of actually having to go all around and loop and fit to the right port and all that. I'll put one cobalt tile here just to help sip the temperature, sip all the temperature from this gas into the wall here. Now to program this, this side will turn off the memory. So I'll stop using the pumps if the pressure is below, let's say 1000. And then I'll turn on the pumps if the pressure is above, let's say 5000. Yeah, so now you see the pumps are turned off, and then when this side turn off and then this one turn on, it would just like push the energy to the other side of this setup. It's very funky looking, but it works. Alright, so this is the entire setup. So this is how it works, okay? The first rule is, the gas here is going to try to create a gas tile of 290.5 grams in this place, this specific tile here. But then, because there is 1 kilogram of nuclear waste on top of it, then they are going to try to either teleport to this tile on the side or this tile on the top. But they have a second rule, which is, if for example, if this tile here is above 5 kilograms as well, then they were not going to teleport upward. They're going to teleport to the side. And if both of them are above 5 kilograms, then they're just not going to release gas anymore, even though the thing is moving and it looks like it's actually creating stuff. It will not be. But now, this thing here is I'm going to set a drip pump. So the drip pump is a bead that drops here, and then it swaps places with these two tiles when it tries to roll from here to here. So it falls and swap, falls and swap. And what's going to happen is that as this thing stay active, we'll fill these 4 tiles up here with hydrogen to the point where it will not going to be able to teleport upward anymore. And then every second when this thing tries to create 290 kilograms of hydrogen, it will teleport to this tile. And once teleport to this tile, the beads are going to drop, swap, and then the thing will sound blast into this direction, filling this chamber. This pump like sucks all the gas from this thing. The only problem, and the hardest part of making this, is that you need to have liquids and solids that can sustain 500 degrees. That's why I used nuclear waste, because nuclear waste, they go to 526. And I'm going to use naphtha as the drip pump, because naphtha does float on top of nuclear waste, and it can also survive 500 degrees. You could use water for the pump, but the water beads are going to fall, swap, and evaporate and become 100 grams of steam. I think when this thing tries to create gas, we'll override the steam, but I'm not super sure about it. So I'd rather just use something that will drip and disappear when they do the pump swap. It'll be easier to see this working when you see it working. And on this side, I have like this cobalt plate here that will try to sip all the heat from the hydrogen into this iron here, and this iron is going to move the heat down into the chamber here, and then it's going to heat up this water and turn on the steam turbine. This thingy here is that the turbine has a limit of 200 degrees. If it's above it, then every single DTU above 200 will go into the steam turbine and not as power, right? So what this thing do is it closes one of the doors to ensure that the turbine is not going to be sucking 5 units of steam. It's just going to be sucking 4, and since it's sucking less steam, then it's also sucking less energy, and because it's sucking less energy, then it can get higher temperatures without actually losing temperature. This is a neat trick. I usually use this when you can't really control the temperature in the steam chamber, and I can't really control the temperature in the steam chamber in this situation, because sometimes when it's releasing energy, it's going to spike, and when it's not going to spike, so you can't really like have too much of a control over this thing being too hot or too cold. I might not even ever use this, because since I added a lot of temp shift plates to add mass to this chamber, then I'll always have like time to heat up these tiles before I go to 500 degrees. But in case of if this goes above 200, then this door closes and the target temperature increases from 200 to 226. I know it's a bit complex, but this is one of the neatest tricks with steam turbines. This thermosensor here simply detects if the water is above the target, and if it is, it closes the door, which then moves the target up to 226. Whew! I'll build the other one now, because I aim to have this one too, right? And it's going to be the same thing. So water has a lot of specific capacity, so because this brine is not really hot, it will serve as a surface a very cold surface for them. It's going to be a mess, but honestly, I need to do that. Let the water flow. Alright, and done. Cut, 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 cut. There's one last thing I want to do though. I want to put a bit of hydrogen in that chamber. Just like just 1 kilogram. Just so the hydrogen can float into this tile here and then ensure that the liquid vent is not going to get stifled. There, and empty. Float up, go into the cubby, go into the cubby, there. Put 1 temp shift plate made of cobalt here. Alright, unfortunately I'll have to destroy this tile, so we're going to lose 7 kilograms of natural gas, but that's fine. Alright, and liquid naphtha. Oh, before I do that, let's set this out to 0.1. There, this is it. You can see if we're working now. So this bead is going to go through here, fall on top of this, and prompt a tile swap between these 2 tiles. Every time this thing makes a new tile, you see like 252 grams. This thing makes 252 4 grams per second. This thing get like tile swapped in here, and then you have here overpressuring. So they make a tile gets gone. Make a tile gets removed. Make a tile gets removed. And it keeps going on forever. This bottle here is going to take like until you and finish playing the game to empty, because it literally like it takes forever. I have never seen one of these bottles ending. It puts so little like droplets, like 100 milligrams of a bottle that has like 1/5 of a tonnellet of liquid. I do need to make the cooling for this turbine here. Right now, it's not really a problem, so I'm not going to worry about it. If I geotune this natural geyser, then it's going to get quite warmer, and it might be worth it to actually worry a bit more with this turbine. There. This setup is very useful with steam geysers. If you geotune the steam geyser, then you can make it to power several steam turbines by using this trick to siphon all the steam out of it. There, look at this. We have 18, about 15 kilograms per tile. It's only going to get more and more. Yes, that's it. We built it. We might need to do the same thing with this vent here. We could wrench buffs with it and make biodiesel. But for now, we might need to just make a natural gas power plant, right? Because a lot of our power is being held back into this lines that hold multiple things at the same time, so only one of them can turn at a time. But we could actually make like dedicated power lines that use a lot of energy to run all these things at the same time. Also, check this out. Our ice block's finally getting frozen. Selves as well. But I just want to connect this thing here into a signal switch. Just to close contact. This place is getting a bit too cold. It's almost done. We just need to put the elite wheat and feed water, and you're going to have this running. But well, it's really nice, isn't it? Look at the base. It's looking so cool, right? We do need to start inviting more people into our base. There's definitely like a shortage of hands to do the work. I have been having to use a lot of emergency calls to invite people to come in to do whatever they're supposed to do. Which means that I generally do need more people. I have 9 beds extra, and now that my food's going up again, I might actually be able to just invite people. Like, for example, an operator. Go operator. Go do operating. So yeah, that's it. That's today's video. Let's check what design is in it. We can geotune this and have a lot of more natural gas coming out of it. But first we do need to make our natural gas power plant, I mean. And yeah, that's it.